Payplan. Okay, I'm super excited to show this part because our Payplan is incredible. It's so amazing. It's funny because sometimes people, okay, oh, it's not in yet. Yeah, I know you can hear me, but it's not recording yet. Oh, no, now it's recording. Okay, many times people say, you know what? This is too good to be true. And the response is, what if it's true? Think about that. What if it's true? Our pay plan is so simple, like I was saying in the comments before, that just by itself, you say, wow, you can make a lot of money in this. Well, and we have a real product. We have products that don't have comparison. I don't know, you saw my post on Facebook yesterday on the 2 years anniversary. Um, Basically, what I say is everything that's happening. What we were talking just a few seconds ago is happening. Companies also are changing. They don't know what to do. They've been taken over by investors, and companies were being shut down or changing the pay plan, the way that they selling, or a lot because they don't know what's happening. Well, we are a company that we started after 2020 when everything started changing and falling apart in many companies. We know what we are doing. Right now, we are a phenomenon because we are inside, but we don't see it because sometimes from the inside, you don't see it. But in 2 years, we saw more than $100 million, and that is not normal. That's not normal at all. Can happen, yes. Has happened before in network marketing, maybe once or twice, or if it has happened, because I'm trying to get something similar. I'm talking serious companies. Now, yeah, companies, sadly, the scams grow faster. That's sad because people are thinking just the money, the money, the money. They cannot think that in this business you can make the money and at the same time have a great product. This is the stuff. But anyway, and traditional companies, the same thing. You look at the past of Apple computers, Microsoft, Facebook, all the huge companies that we have today, and they took years to get to the $100 million on sales. It's why what we have done is not normal. It's really cool. It's preparing the base of what is going to happen. And of course, the base of the whole thing, we have an amazing pay plan and great management. And of course, and the products are unique, and all that together is what is getting us there. And I ain't going to go into the pay plan. I love numbers, as you know, because my background, I graduated in business and then computers and computer analyst, basically. And it's why I always play with numbers. It's kind of a hobby, crazy hobby. I still do it today. I create spreadsheets, etc. But what I like about this is the simplicity. Simplicity is the latest sophistication. That's what Leonardo da Vinci said many years ago. Okay, let me activate this. It's not active. Okay, now it's active. Okay, okay. We are going to start writing here like crazy. Okay, okay. You know what? It's not working. Let me see why. Oh, I know why. Okay, let me start all over again. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start sharing again. Payplan is, I love it because it's simple. I know sometimes we see it like complicated. And when we think like that, it's because that's the way that we think. Sometimes we say, you know what? I don't like numbers. And when we don't like numbers, we don't see things. Or we come from another company and we say, this plan doesn't make sense because we are seeing it from the way that we think about another companies. Now, first of all, I'm going to go in the basics first one. Okay. Hold on a second. That doesn't want me to write. Oh, okay. Now it's going to write. Okay. The first one. I'm going to change the color here. Uh, when you sign up, by the way, you sign up with a package and the $30 plus a pack. We already talked about the new packs. Now, the $30 is giving you not only the membership to promote the business, but also they give you the app and they give you a lot of cool things. Now, the way to make money, the first one is retail. And you get 25% on the sales, and it's paid next day. This is really cool. The 25% is flat. It's not based on the scale because some companies start at 10%, 15%, 20%, etc. Here we have retail price. Somebody buy from you. This is people that are buying outside, no brand ambassadors. They don't have to sign. When you sell retail, they don't have to pay $30 for you as a brand ambassador. This is when somebody buy, then they get 25%. You get 25% commission every time they buy. That's simple. The next way to make money is the PAB. And there's intro cash. I would call it like that. It's paid weekly. And this is packages you can make anything, but let's talk about the package that we have now. You have it between $50 to $345. And they get paid weekly too. Simple. This is simple. Again, you come in with $30, you sell retail, you get 25%, that is get paid next week, or next day, excuse me. And then the PAB is when they come with any product packages the first week, you get paid a commission that can go up to $345 or more, because if a person can combine with other products, and believe it or not, it's going to be more than $345. This is an individual package. This is why I say up to 345. But if a person comes with more products in the same week at the same time, you get the commission is higher. Most people don't know that. And the reason I found out is because I have a person that came with one of the packages, but on the side, they bought, it was a couple, they bought several products. And then when I saw the PIB, when I got paid, I said, why is so high? And it's because they were counting also the other products. First order together, you can get a lot of money. Now, in order to get the retail and the PIB, you don't have to be even, you can have to be a brand ambassador, but you don't have to have any 60 points active every month or anything like that. This is very interesting. I know some people that tell me, don't tell that, because some people then they are going to retail and PIB, but they're never going to buy products. But this is the reality. A person can come with your $30 and they can make money with retail and PIB. Now, building a team is a different story. You have to be active with at least 60 BV. But we are going to talk about that. The business, building a team is the real residual. Although you can create a residual with retail buyers if you keep getting customers and these customers keep buying every month. Yeah, but you are limited at the amount of people that you can reach. And it's not the same. But the cool thing, the retail and the PAB is even if a person doesn't have the 100 points, you cannot accumulate volume or anything like that. You are just selling basically. A PAB when somebody come in or a product when you sell. This is, I hope it's clear. Next step. Okay. Then we have the team commissions. We are going to go to team building. And the first one is team commissions or team bonuses. Okay, team commissions is really cool. And here's where the whole thing starts getting great and big. I'm going to start a little different this time, but imagine that you find something and tell people, you know what, if you do what I'm going to tell you to do, we can make a lot of money. I say, what do you have? Just find 3 people that every month they're putting 60 points. And I said, I'm going to talk about 2. Oop. 2. The first month you have 2, then 4, then 8, 16, 32, 64. 128. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And at the end of this, you have about 250 people that they're ordering, I'm going to put $100. 100, well, let's put 60 points. 60 points. About 15,000 points. Okay. Now, and then you say, and you're going to get a lot of money. You're going to get, in this case, probably about $600. I'm going to round it out right now, by the way. I'm not going to go in details. Now, if you bring three, one more, 3, 9, 27, 81. I'm going to round it up from this point on, 240, 720, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 2,100. When you add all this, it's probably about 3,000 people. Oh, yeah. Gee, that's so cool. It solved it for me. That's the cool thing about the iPad. You have 2,500 people. I hear you have 250. Then you are going to make almost 10 times more money. And I say, this is about 100. I don't know. No, no, thank you. This is about $120 that you're putting every month, and every person the same thing here. $120. Now, and they say, you do that and everybody's doing, you're going to make a lot of money. The reality is that you can. We have a Payplan that does that. People are using products. And these 60 points, what is, how many, and King does use this as an example. How many of you use the Eternal or Eternal? Most of you. What if you have one person, all of them, that they're receiving a product, the Eternal, just because they are doing this? Now, how this works, and I'm going to go to the next page, team commissions again. This is the way that team commissions work. You're here. This is you. This is your sponsor. I'm going to put sponsor. But this is you. The blue one is you. Now, when you have one leg left and right, or right and left, you create two banks. You create left bank and right bank. And every volume that comes in is going to be accumulating. When in one of the banks has, let's suppose that this one has 600 points and the other one 3 that add to 900, that's what is called a cycle. And a cycle pay between $35 and $45. The difference is if you have 10 people active that your personal sponsor, they gave you $45. That's what is called a happy 10. That means that every time this happens, doesn't matter how deep the volume comes, you get a cycle. By the way, your upline has the same. He or she has only 2 legs, and he's building this side. But you know what? Because he or she has 2 legs, also, he may put somebody under you. And the volume counts for your cycles. Because there are only 2 legs. This is the beautiful thing about this structure, that you are working together. Because you're going to sponsor more than 2 people, and the third, fourth, fifth, second, they have to be somewhere else. They could be on the left or they could be on the right. And in this case, even your upline, and this is what is called spillover. Spillover is when come from upline. It's not you, upline. When they come from under you, they are no spillover because they are coming from your team. When somebody in the left side sponsors somebody, it's your team. It's not called spillover. Spillover is anything that comes from up, about us. And you can get 600, 300, or 300, 600, and it could be backwards, by the way, and can change daily. The other thing that's really cool is that any extra volume that comes in stay in the bank. That means that, for example, here instead of 600, you have 900. The computer takes 600 and 300 stay in the bank. Here, it pays the whole thing. They keep accumulated. Now, it's very easy to do strategy because people say, well, where do I put the people? If most of your volume is on this side, this is the plus volume, then you put people in the place that had the less volume. That's it. And that's the simple strategy. Of course, at first you have to make sure you have left and right, but then after that, you put the people who you need the volume. Now the computer does it automatic because that's the default, minor leg. Minor leg means no minor in people because you can have more people on one side, but that doesn't mean that it has the most volume. It's where you have the less volume. Very simple, right here. And you can you can have up to 600 cycles. That's equivalent of 27,000 week, or $1.4 million a year. And you can have this place. Remember, this the blue is you. All this can go crazy, a lot of people coming in, etc. And then you are getting 600 cycles. Now, my question is, what rank do you have to have in order to make $1.4 million a year or to max out? Anybody? If you're making over $1 million, what kind of rank do you think you had to have? Ta, 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 ta. Go ahead, Craig. What did you say? I didn't hear.
Four star.
No, you can be 1 star. Why? Because it's based only on volume. It's not based on ranks. You can have tons of volume coming here, and it's not based on ranks. The reason this is so powerful is because you can be here, and somebody in your team, somebody here, sponsor a superstar. You didn't. And somebody here sponsor a superstar. You didn't. And just to go into this, just to have an example here. This is you again. Let's forget about your upline. And people are coming crazy, 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 crazy. And then somebody coming here and somebody coming here. And this become a superstar. Now you're building this way, but this person become a superstar. Guess what? It's applying to your whole leg. The same in the other side. You have people coming in, excuse me, coming in inside and that side and see. And this person has his or her own too, and this is her own too. And then somebody come here that bring a superstar. And this counts for the whole volume. You didn't sponsor this person. You didn't sponsor this person. And then they exploit your business, and then you are cycling 600 times. What rank are you? You didn't sponsor any of those two people. This is really powerful because now you say, yeah, but for example, you say that to become, for example, I don't know, a 4-star, you had to have 200 cycles in 4 weeks. That's true. That's that to call the rank. But in order to be there, you also have to have 4 people that are 3-star, that are personals. In this case, you don't have anybody that's personal 3-star. You don't have anybody, but still, you're gonna get paid. The stars are for our next chapter. That's the matching bonus where you are going to make the most money. But this is the cool thing. A person can be making good money even if they are not a 3 or 4-star yet, or a 4-star, because 4-star is when this in our brain. Of course, the rule of thumb is a 4-star making a lot of money because he or she has the money coming from this tree, and on top of that has the matching bonus. But here, a person can be doing this. This person may not have any matching bonus because he or she didn't sponsor anybody that's making money. But somebody came down here, like I said, that's the person making money, but they're not yours. You're not getting matching bonus on them. But you can be making 600 cycles. Now, if you are 1, 2, 3, 4 star, you start going a 3-star, 4-star, maybe you're going to be a matching on them. But here, Just on this. The reason this is so powerful because in the company I was before, we didn't have the matching bonus. We have only this. And on this, I made over $8 million. You see, it can make money. But now we have to the next part, the next chapter, as they call it. And this is the matching. That's also residual. By the way, because residual means every month people, as long as a week you are matching is based on the people that you sponsor. Now you have your business going crazy here, bananas, and you sponsor some leaders. The computer keep track of the people that you sponsor. This is you again. And there's a part on the back office where the computer keep track of everybody that you sponsor. We call it L1s. Every person that you sponsor is an L1, and it's keeping track of all of them. This is the cool thing. When you start, you get to excuse me, one of your people, and you are 1 star, just 1 star, and one of your people, let's suppose that this one, become a superstar, and it's making any money. On the L1s, you make up to 30%, 20 to 30%. Okay, you're making 30% on this person, and that becomes your superstar. Let's suppose that person in your tree is somewhere here. Let's suppose that's this person. This leg is going bananas. This one is still once in a while. You may be cycling once or twice, but this one goes bananas. Why is so important to the matching bonus? Because that person is going bananas, is making. I'm gonna go with a big number. Not everybody's gonna go there, but I like to shock people with this. This person is making 1 million per year. If you are getting 20%, let's suppose 30%, how much is 30%? Is $300,000 a year. It's paid weekly, but I just put in the whole year. That person is in this leg. This person's here. You're making tons of money. You may be cycling only one cycle. You're making, let's suppose, $45 or $35, doesn't matter. But this leg is bananas. And because you brought that person, the company is paying you 30 or 20%, I'm putting 30% here, $300,000, and the three you are making only one cycle or two cycles or whatever. The reason I love this part is because the company is rewarding you because you brought a super leader. In many companies, that person disappears and you never see that person again. And by the way, you get up to 30% on every person that they sponsor. All the L1s, up to 30%. The L2s are people that these people are sponsoring. Etc. Let's suppose that some of them, not everybody sponsor. You get 15%. The L3s are people that they sponsor. You get 10%. The L4s and L5s and L6, you see the picture. The people, the L4, the people that L3 sponsor, the L5 people that L4 sponsor, the L6, etc. You get on these ones 5%. Do you see the potential of this part of the matching bonus? Even if you are just a 3-star, and I know some of you are a 3-star, you can get on this superstar 3 levels. You get the 15 and 10% too. Who knows how much money you could be making from one person? Samson tells the story told the story in Chicago, and I think I told the story in many places when we were to Chicago. And he told the story how the person that sponsored him in the other company, the only person that was doing business was Samson. The other people were not making so much money. In the cycle side, that guy was making maybe $200 or $300 a month. But on the 3 levels of Samson, he was making over $1 million a year. This is the power of this pay plan. And that guy was probably a maximum, the equivalent of 3-star, because he was getting 3 levels. You see, you can create an incredible income by being a 3-star because you are getting 3-star of matching, plus you are getting the cycles. Can you imagine you can combine the two of them? What can happen to your business? This is tremendous because we have other things. We have we have the 3% bonus. The 3% bonus, global bonus is called global bonus. It's when you become a 4-star. And then what the company takes all the volume of the whole planet and they divide them on the people that qualify. And then there's 2% bonus for the people that had the founders. And the founder doesn't exist anymore in part one, but it's going to be in when they open the second phase. But the founder and the 2% is the same thing. They get all the volume and they divide it among every founder. Now, this is going to be income, but the biggest income is going to come from before the team cycles and the matching bonus, or the team cycles or the matching bonus. You see, it could be separate. That's the cool thing. Either or both. Now, when you become a 3-star as a minimum, you're already setting up the base. It's why they did it relatively easier because they give you 52 weeks to qualify and you need only 3,600 points in volume. In any company I know, I don't know if the company were, I think the company where Kim and Samsung were, they had to do it in a month. Here we have it for 52 weeks. That, by the way, that's the good thing. They give you 52 weeks. The bad thing is that there's no urgency. People take a long time sometimes to become a 3-star. And it's only 3,600 points. And the company that was before, to get to the equivalent of 3-star or any rank, we had to do it in the same week. There was no accumulation of any kind. We had to do it in the same week. In other words, if we were in another company, those 3,600, we had to do it in a week. And was not even, this was to get to the 3 matching bonus. And then, and the volume was bigger too, was 10,000 points, not 3,600 points. We are spoiled here. And that's for a matching bonus. Remember, for a binary thing, you get paid on limited levels, doesn't matter what rank you have. And then I'm going to finish with this. What is the residual? The residual is 2. One, the team bonus. That's spelling wrong. Team bonus. That's the cycles. 2, matching bonus. Those are the residual every week. Although in the 3% and the 2% are also residual because if you are qualified, you're getting it every week too. But the big money is coming from here. Very simple. Okay, I'm gonna close here for a second. All right. Any questions? You see, this time I explained the pay plan a little different, but I wanted to make sure that you see the big, huge, enormous picture. To give you an idea how powerful the cycle bonus and the matching bonus I already told you, but even the cycle bonus, the person that I was under in that company where we earn millions of dollars, she didn't sponsor me. I came from somebody, that somebody, that somebody, that somebody, that somebody. That's the way that I came on their leg. And her other leg, the leader that she had, she didn't sponsor her either. Came from somebody, and somebody, and somebody, and somebody, and somebody. And suddenly this beautician came from Seattle and exploded the business. I have that beautician is she has under her more than 50 people that earn over $1 million. And I had, when I was there, over 40 people that earn over $1 million. Imagine 2 legs where you have 40 people that make $1 million and 50 people that make $1 million, one on each leg. What do you think she was making? She was making $1 million a year. The person about, and she didn't sponsor any of the 2. She was not a big networker. She never trained online. She just happened to have two people that exploded. But what if she had not had a person and she had one leg dead? That's where the matching bonus come in. And that's why you can create an incredible income with both. I know we have to have a disclaimer. Not everybody's going to do this because it depends on you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because there's really, I'm not saying that everybody can do this, but everybody could do this. Think about that. Because it depends on us. We are the X factor. An X factor. We are getting right now in a line in the company that in the next few years, we are going to start going into momentum. I don't think we are in momentum. I know many people are talking like, I don't remember who was posting on Facebook, we are in momentum. I don't think we are, but we are in pre-momentum, definitely. I think momentum, we need a little more switch, a spark that I think is going to come from what is going to come at the convention. One of the products that's coming, or one of the product that's coming, because no one of the products, I think is going to bring a whole new market. Plus, it's probably not only bring a whole new market, plus it's going to increase what is called the basket of us, because I will say, oh, I don't want to say 70 or 80% of the people that are here are going to use it. Could be 100%, no? And I think that's going to be the igniting part together with the tools that are going to be happening at the convention.